Hello everyone and welcome to Today in Ethereum, a daily briefing on the latest in Ethereum. Dom Hoffman creates an additional 1.3 million loot NFTs. Elizabeth Warren calls crypto a shadow bank. More than $1 billion is locked up on Ethereum Layer 2. And more than 200,000 ETH has been burned since the implementation of EIP 1559. All this and more from Today in Ethereum starts right now. Dom Hoffman, creator of the Loot project, announced on Twitter the launch of More Loot, an extension of the original text-only NFT. More Loot has a new dynamic supply of 1.3 million items, with an estimated 250,000 More Loot NFTs to be minted each year. The original Loot featured a max supply of less than 8,000 NFTs and reached a peak floor price of 20 ETH. Within an hour of the More Loot drop, the floor price of original Loot sank to 7 ETH, causing holders to worry about the impact of the new supply. At the time of launch, the gas cost associated with minting the More Loot NFT was higher than the floor price, meaning it costs users more to mint than to buy on secondary markets. It's likely Hoffman released More Loot not for users to make a profit, but for holders that were left out in the first drop to be able to participate in the Loot community. Only about 2,400 accounts managed to mint the original Loot, which were also airdropped roughly $50,000 in AGLD tokens per NFT. Will Papper, the creator of the AGLD token that serves as Loot's native currency, said on Twitter that the community can decide whether Loot, More Loot, or both are eligible for future AGLD claims. The AGLD contract supports any underlying NFT for claims, so there is nothing stopping the community from deciding to expand the pool of AGLD holders. It appears unlikely that More Loot will ever be worth as much as the original Loot, considering the Loot market cap would have to reach $1 billion for each More Loot NFT to be worth $1,000. In an interview with the New York Times, U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren told reporters that cryptocurrency is the new shadow bank, referring to non-bank financial entities that provide services outside of traditional regulated banking. The New York Times article revolved around crypto lending startup BlockFi and its battle with numerous state regulators scrambling to regulate crypto banking-like services. She told the Times, quote, "Crypto is the new shadow bank. It provides many of the same services, but without the consumer protections or financial stability that back up the traditional system," end quote. Warren remains a long-standing critic of cryptocurrency. She even raised the idea of banning banks in the US from holding cash deposits backing up stablecoins, which could effectively end the surging market. Via a series of public letters, Warren has initiated dialogue with the head of the SEC, Gary Gensler. In July, Warren wrote a letter to Janet Yellen, President Joe Biden's Treasury Secretary, calling for a coordinated and cohesive regulatory strategy to mitigate the growing risk that cryptocurrencies pose to the financial system. There is now more than $1 billion in total locked value on Ethereum Layer 2, according to data from Layer 2 tracker L2Beat. Decentralized exchange DDEX leads the chart with $285.6 million locked on Layer 2. More than half of the total value locked on Layer 2 is based on ZK rollups. An estimated 250,000 transactions are processed daily on Ethereum Layer 2. L2Beat does not track data on Polygon, which is a proof-of-stake sidechain and not considered a Layer 2 solution. L2Beat defines Layer 2 as a chain that fully or partially derives its security from mainnet Ethereum, so that users do not have to rely on the honesty of Layer 2 validators for the security of their funds. Although Ethereum is already transitioning into a proof-of-stake consensus, there is still a place for Layer 2 scaling. The network will have the potential to reach an estimated 100,000 transactions per second by combining sharding with rollups and other scaling solutions. The fractionalized dog NFT, the meme image of Doge, is now worth $336 million. Placer DAO, an investment and art acquisition collective, fractionalized the original Doge meme NFT, which it purchased for $4 million in June. On September 2nd, Placer DAO fractionalized the NFT into nearly 17 billion fungible dog tokens. Fractional NFTs turn a single non-fungible token into many fungible tokens, allowing more people to own a share in a single NFT. Each individual dog token represents fractional ownership in the original Doge meme. Dog tokens currently sell for 0.019 cents and reached a peak market cap of more than $500 million on September 3rd. PlesserDAO still holds 55% of the dog token supply. Since its release, dog investors and PlesserDAO members have created spin-offs of the token. PlesserDAO member Matt Condon created Doggos, a spin-off of Dom Hoffman's Loot project. Doggos can be claimed for free by anyone with a wallet containing dog token. And lastly, more than 200,000 ETH has been burned since the implementation of EIP 1559. The burn rate has surpassed the rate of new ETH being minted, causing the cryptocurrency to become deflationary over the past day. EIP 1559 uses a hybrid system of base fees and tips to more evenly incentivize miners in periods of high and low network congestion. Rather than incentivizing the highest bidder, all transactions use the same base fee, which is burned while miners keep the tips. However, the influx of new users has kept Ethereum gas fees astronomical. This has been a roundup of today's top news stories from today in Ethereum. Please support this podcast by subscribing on castbox.io, subscribe to our newsletter at todayinethereum.substack.com, or visit us on the web at ether.fm. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.